Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. This is Boya's Pilgrim. Yes, I'm in my village in Sweden, and right now I just wanted to share something that I missed to share with you on Sunday. On Sunday, there was a service right here, and this place is called Nitops Kyrkoruin. It's the ruins, the remaining ruins of the Nitops church. And this is a church that was built about 650 years ago, and towards the end of the year 1100, or the beginning of the 1200 years, the church was built now in stones. And at the beginning, the measurement was kind of like taken, and the measurement was taken, and what they did, if you look across there was a workshop that actually makes farming tools. So that workshop was suspected to be making weapons, and around 1600 whatever, they made this place pastorate, after they just discovered that the guys were just making farming tools, and they were developing like the first plows and everything. I'll take a walk there, then you can be able to see the things that they were thinking. These guys were developing agriculture for the future. So what happened is that the church got burnt. The church got burnt. The church got burnt. I don't have the exact date. And from there, the new church, which is down there at Dalstorp, was built. And I'll take you around the church compound. So this was the gate of the church. As you can see, this was the gate of the church, and this was the perimeter wall of the church. The gate was kind of like wrecked. It has fallen down. You can see it, and that's about it. It was an old metal. Then the wall perimeter went round, and this was the actual church building. This was part of the compound, as you can see. And if you watch where the purple flowers are, this is the wall, the perimeter of the wall. It was built with such huge stones, and the thing got burnt, and some of the stones couldn't burn. And what remained, and actually remains up to date, is the bell tower, the church bell tower. It did not catch fire, and it still stands up to date from what it used to be. Okay, this is the church entrance, as you can see. And as I enter into the church, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So this is the entire perimeter wall of the church. So in those days, the congregations were not so big. To get about 150 to 200 people was the maximum number you could get out of it, because so far right now the village has about 250 people, and in those days it could bring people from Nitop, from Hullered, from Ljungsarp, from Dalstorp. You know, it would bring people from all over, and that's what would make the shamling. So what is ahead of me is the altar. The altar still stands, and this was the priest's entry and exit. This one also was for the vicars, and this was the central altar. And if I'll take you to the church, and you're going to see the results of what was built inside. And one thing that I do notice in this church is there were no graves. There were no graves like it is in the modern church. There is kind of like a stone here, but it is a pillar noting about the conservation of this church, which was done in 1988 when they just cleared and tried to make the remains look possible, if it would bring some memory. So this was done in 1988, but as you can see, the bell tower remained, and the village is very, very beautiful. The village is magnificently beautiful. As you can see, the village is magnificently beautiful. If you look at it close and close. So this is the church bell. It weighs well over 50 kilos. It's very, very heavy, and it's very loud. It's very, very loud, and this is very old. As you can see, the wood is still holding, although it's beginning to rot, but this thing has been here for ages. It has been here for ages. Oops, somebody left the sandals here. I don't know whether somebody was trying to climb the tower and then left the sandals here. That's a mystery. I don't know how to say. But I can see somebody left his sandals here. Yeah, just one piece I can be able to see. A lot of fruits are growing here. I can see all sorts of berries. So this is the church compound, and that was the workshop that could have been controversial, but it turned out to be now a museum of agriculture. And they believe that the first plow, the one that is pulled by the cows, was invented here very, very many years ago, and that's something that was used worldwide. But this one was all steel and a wrought iron steel. I mean, it was like a high-tech thing. So so the workshop still remains. It was not anything for weapons, but it was for agricultural tools and things for horses and all that kind of things. And yeah, it's so beautiful when you watch. And then the guest house there was kind of like the priest's bishop. We've had a cup of tea there. I missed there was coffee served inside there on Sunday. On Sunday, coffee was served inside there. And unfortunately, I missed church for one reason or the other. I feel so sad because it was such a magnificent service, because everything was done outside. Now these are the tools which were used for clearing the compound. You can see some of them were not returned in. They are still here. And yeah, the pilgrim is taking you around the village. This is the Shirkoroin in Nittorp, and it's a church that has a long history that runs all the way from 1600 and something, actually 1523, because in 1965 it was like completed. A time found when I was that was the latest renovation, when it was made modern. The modern portion of it came out in 1965. That found when I was about 2 years old. This is a parking lot where all cars were here on Sunday. You can see the Swedish flag was up, and a lot happened here. Coffee was served, and I'll take you around to see the guest house or the priest's house. And people had a very wonderful time here. The parking, I understand, was full, and guys just enjoyed being in the open air service. That was pretty cool, and you can see the scenery there, the greenery. I mean, Sweden is green, with that we have to agree. This is where the water used to be drawn, and this is the so-called Kisima. Yeah, this is the Kisima, and I'll take you around. As you can see, this is the 13th frame. We have the timetable for the church during the summer period, like on the 25th of June, Dalstorp, 30th June, Månstad, Ljungsarp, Mosebo, Sodra Åsarp in July, Mosebo and Langham, Nitorp, Ambionap. So it really covers a very big place, Dalstorp and Holtofta. Now all this, and then there's contacts there, people to contact about the church. So this is the guest house. These benches look new. They seem not to be like the ones that we sat in last year, but every year somebody contributes. I mean, people here are very, very generous with that. We have a lot of carpenters, and this is a very, very magnificent job that was done for this year's sitting. And yeah, but oh yeah, these are the ones that we sat in last year, and you can be able to see they're still in fresh shape. This small house that you're seeing here, in the olden days, that is where harvest would be kept in. It kind of like goes down, it acted like a fridge, so the food stuff would last for very long. So yeah, the lower version of it is called dero. But that dero is suspended from the ground, and it goes up, but this one goes down underground. Yeah, so this is the guest place. So I think as you can see me with a towel over, the temperature today is very, very warm. It's a real summer day, and the temperature I think has gone up to about 30 degrees, so it's pretty hot today. Today is pretty hot, it's record hot. And what I wanted to do is to go take a dive in the lake. I'll go take a dive in the lake, and before I get there, I'll kind of like make a stop over at the new church, just to show you what replaced this church that got ruined. So stay on with me. If you're joining me for the first time, this is Boya's Pilgrim. I'm a person who travels and travels and travels and live positively each and every day. And I welcome you in this journey of this pilgrim of mine. And help me by subscribing, by sharing with your friends, and yeah, and please drop also a comment about what you think about Sweden, and especially the church, the village. Thank you and welcome.